thank you so much for taking some time out of your schedule to join us here for this BitLoCity overview. It's always a privilege and a pleasure to have a chance to speak with you about this incredible opportunity and why it is that so much buzz has been created. So many people are excited about it. In fact, if you're familiar with us at all, you've probably already heard the story that well over 8,000 people now, 58,000 people plus have already pre-registered for this company in just the last 2 weeks or so. And we're really just getting started. We're still in pre-launch mode, but we are going to be launching here very shortly. And we want to give people the opportunity to really, truly see exactly what it is that we're about. So grab a pen, grab a piece of paper. I'm going to go through this information as quickly and succinctly as possible. And if you do have any questions at the conclusion of this webinar, you can get back with the person who invited you on, and they can get those questions answered for you. So let's start off by really talking about this unique business initiative and what it was that drove the creation of BitLoCity. For those of you who are very familiar with this space of blockchain technology and of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, et cetera, this may not come as a surprise to you, but for most people it will. And that is simply this. It is projected right now and forecasted that blockchain technology will add approximately $1.76 trillion. That's trillion with a T, to the global GDP just over the next 10 years. It's going to revolutionize everything, creating a huge, massive tsunami of wealth that is unprecedented in our society. And at the end of the day, as a result of this $1.76 trillion being added to the global GDP, it's going to create a huge new wave of both millionaires and billionaires around the world who find themselves in place to be able to capitalize off this massive technology shift. Now, what happened with BitLoCity is a group of heart-centric entrepreneurs decided to develop BitLoCity because they were concerned that most people, as is always the case, would not be in position to capitalize on this coming tsunami of wealth. They simply would not be in the right place at the right time with the right knowledge and the right means to really be able to capitalize on this massive movement of wealth. So BitLoCity was actually developed to provide two critical platforms to its community to recognize and understand these peer-to-peer crowdfunding to engage in these opportunities. After all, BitLoCity, the right level of personal capital, will you ever truly be prepared to move at the speed of success? And you're going to hear that from us a lot. We understand that in this new digital age, things are moving faster, not slower. If you want to be successful, you have to think quicker, act quicker, and be positioned to move quicker. And you can only do that when you're able to move at the speed of success. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with blockchain, it's a decentralized distributed ledger that records the ownership and authenticity of a digital asset. But the real attraction to it is it's secure, it's transparent, and it is proven to be unhackable. So blockchain, what it truly is a way to store, right? To store digitally incredible vast amounts of sensitive information and a way to transfer it on a secure platform as well. That one element makes this the one platform that is going to virtually change the way that just about every industry that you can think of is going to operate. Again, $1.76 trillion, that is a huge amount of new wealth that's going to be transferred across the globe just because of this one incredible technology platform. Now, most people are very unfamiliar with blockchain technology. What they are familiar with is cryptocurrency. They've heard a lot about crypto. They've heard about these incredible wins and people having success, et cetera, with crypto. But cryptocurrency is the blockchain technology what email is to the internet. Most people who use the internet, they still just use it to check and send emails. And they're not using it for the vast capabilities that the internet actually has with social media, with e-commerce, and with a way of connecting the world, et cetera. And cryptocurrency is the same way. I mean, cryptocurrency is literally just the tip of the iceberg. Blockchain, however, is the mass right below the surface, the massive technology that is right below the surface, but is threatening to change the world. Now, if you are familiar with cryptocurrency, you may have actually gotten onto this webinar because people start talking to you about this way to accumulate massive amounts of Bitcoin. And you may wonder, Why Bitcoin? What's the big deal about Bitcoin? Well, if you look at what we've done in our society, we've pretty much gone from an evolution where we went from bartering to gold to metal coins to paper money to credit and now to crypto, right? And most people in the world, however, they're still stuck in these two. They have paper money, or not enough of it for most people, or they're dealing with credit, and most people have overextended themselves in credit. They haven't made the transition yet to crypto. But this is where the world is going. It's going to these cryptocurrency platforms. It's not a fad. I'm going to show you that here in a second, but this is the new money, the people's money, this decentralized currency that people are very excited about. And amongst all of the cryptocurrencies, nothing has proven to be better, more stable, and more attractive as an asset as Bitcoin. In fact, if you had just $500 back in 2010, so just 10 years ago, and you were looking to do something smart with it, something that might help it increase in value, you would have had some options at your fingertips. Option number one, for a lot of people, was the obvious option back in 2010. Put my money in gold. Gold's stable. Gold tends to increase in value. Gold is very valuable. And if you had done that here just 10 years later, you would feel that you made a good decision because that gold would now be worth $650. So you would have increased your $500 by 30%. Other people like the stock market. They said, hey, people are putting money in the stock market. Some people tend to do very well if they're doing it from a wise standpoint. So maybe I could do that. And if you had done that based off of the growth of the S&P 500 over the past 10 years, that would have been a good decision. Your $500 would now be worth $1,850. But Bitcoin, back in 2010, most people weren't aware of it. Most people didn't even know that it existed. In fact, Bitcoin back in 2010 was only worth 0.003, so 0.3 of 1 penny. But as you can see, Bitcoin started to take off and it started to grow. And just in the last quarter of this year here in 2020, in September, it went from $10,000. October over 11, November over 16, and December well over $19,000. In fact, as of today, Bitcoin is at about $27,000 per coin. So if you had put just $500 into Bitcoin back in 2010, and you decided to actually sell it when it got to $19,000, well, for those of you who can't do that math in your head, that would have been $3.1 billion plus from that $500 of Bitcoin that you initially purchased back in 2010. That type of growth, as you can see, is unprecedented. That type of asset growth has not happened before in our history, but it's happening right now. And if you believe that, well, that's bad information because I missed it. If you had taken me back in a time machine, maybe I could have caught that one, but I missed that one. Think again. The same exact people who before were saying that Bitcoin was a fad, they started to realize just how powerful this movement was and how valuable it was. And they started saying that not only would Bitcoin hit $20,000 by the end of this year, which it's now exceeded that, it would exceed even $200,000 by the end of 2021. Those same people have now come back and said that that is a conservative approach to it. They now expect Bitcoin to go $300,000 or more just 1 year from now. On top of that, Bitcoin has gone mainstream. PayPal, MasterCard, BMW, AT&T, Microsoft, all of these companies are getting involved with, are accepting Bitcoin because they understand, again, that it's here to stay. And as you look around throughout major cities and retail stores and airports, all around the world, you're starting to see these Bitcoin ATMs pop up because the banking industry is starting to invest hundreds of millions of dollars and eventually billions of dollars to support this Bitcoin infrastructure because, again, they are in the know and they know exactly where this is going. So what we've put together for you, in case any of that I just talked about is confusing, is BitLoCity Academy, an online video training platform that will teach you soup to nuts about cryptocurrency, about blockchain technology and how it's going to revolutionize our world. What is blockchain? How will that technology change the world? What is crypto? What is crypto mining? What is crypto trading? These are just some of the basic things that we're going to teach you, but they're going to actually become more and more detailed, more and more complex as this entire platform evolves. And it's going to allow you to, again, be in position in the future to recognize all of these incredible technologies and all these incredible shifts and opportunities that are going to happen because of blockchain technology, and then put you in place to be able to capitalize on them, which is what we're going to cover in the second half of this webinar. I will tell you that this whole concept, though, is based off of something that a lot of people have created a lot of excitement about. They've started to talk about these smart contracts. Traditional contracts, people make a decision to work together. They put a contract together. They go to a third party, and then they actually go to have it executed through that third party. But smart contracts have utilized these incredible digital platforms to literally cut out the middleman, to be able to execute something instantly, because now you can do it on these transparent blockchain movements that allow people to not have to utilize the middleman, not have to worry about corruption or slowing down that could happen there. So when it comes to creating these incredible companies like ours, everybody wants to know if you're going to go with a smart contract. And I understand that. I mean, after all, there's a lot of pros for smart contracts, right? They're 100% transparent. They're peer-to-peer. They're on the blockchain, so they have all that security and safety, and they're completely decentralized. So no, reliance on banks or any of these other type of financial institutions. Of course, the cons of them are that you can have increased fees. They weren't really developed for the BTC, the Bitcoin blockchain. And as I just showed you, Bitcoin is what everybody's excited about right now. And they're open source, which means if you're doing a great job like we are, people can come and see exactly how you did all your programming. They can copy it, and then they can simply become a competitor. We didn't like this, we didn't like this, and we didn't like this, but we did like all of these things. So we developed what we'd like to consider a smarter contract. Advanced proprietary tech that provides instant peer-to-peer payouts utilizing algorithms of a highly advanced crowdfunding infrastructure. Again, we kept all the pros, eliminated all the cons, got the exact same effect with advanced level algorithms and programming, but we didn't have to worry about these things that traditionally would actually be considered barriers to what we were trying to get accomplished. From this point on, I want you to switch hats, though, because we're going to start talking about the other side of this. We're going to talk about this peer-to-peer crowdfunding initiative that we put together. It's one thing for you to recognize the opportunities and understand them, but it's a whole other thing for you to be able to engage in them because you have the capital, and we're going to talk about that. But before we do, I think this is critically important that we go through this legal liability notice, because we don't want any misunderstanding out there about what BitLoCity is, and also, more importantly, who we are not. So the following presentation is just going to be for educational purposes only, okay? It should not be considered as financial advice. There is no guarantee that you will receive the same benefits that other people have in the past, but this is what I really want you to get right here. BitLoCity is not an investment platform, nor does it sell or market securities. Guys, if you're out there, if you're on the internet, if you're posting, if you're telling people, come invest your money in BitLoCity, or come do this with BitLoCity and you're going to trade this or make it, guys, stop doing it. That's not who we are. That is not what we are, okay? We're a platform designed to empower people in the crypto markets. Your success depends on your skills, efforts, and other market factors. And all of the examples that I'm about to show you are used to educate you about the power of the BitLoCity compensation plan. I'm going to say it one last time. Not an investment platform, nor does it sell or market securities. So hopefully that is clear to anyone that is actually watching the webinar at this moment. Now, our peer-to-peer crowdfunding platform was developed to be amazing. We wanted to do something that was better than anything else that had ever existed in the industry. If you look at the so-called competitors out there, they all attempt to do one thing very well. Now, what that one thing is will differ from company to company. Some of them want to actually be the company for the little guy, where they can do things that for people who are not the greatest recruiters, are not the greatest builders, that's going to actually allow those people to feel like they have a home. Some of the companies focus on the masses. Let's do something maximum leverage for the masses, and other companies focus on doing something just for leaders. If we can make the leaders comfortable, then hey, maybe everything else will figure it out. But even if it doesn't, at least we'll have the leaders. we wanted to be the first company that put together a platform that appealed to all three of these groups. Nobody had ever done that before. Everybody just focused on one because they felt like appealing to all three, there was not a way to do that. But we figured out a way to do it. And I'm going to share it with you here right now. First of all, we put together these 14 rank options. And I want you to understand a couple things about these. You're going to have the ability to actually come in and make contributions that can get you to each one of these levels. Okay. Now, the thing that I want you to get here is that you can get as many of these levels as you want, but they have to actually be contributed to in order. So if you wanted to actually get to the gold level, you'd have to make a $25 contribution for bronze, a $50 contribution for silver, and the $75 contribution for gold. That would allow you to get up to the gold level. That's critical that you understand that, and it's going to become very important to you as you really start to understand the rest of this platform. The other thing that I want you to understand is we have a $25 yearly membership, and that's a membership you're going to pay every single year, but it's going to be more and more valuable to you as we move forward. We're starting it off right now with a great mobile marketing system that is going to be included in that, but we're right now in meetings and talks to increase that value every single day. So you'll see that value go up for that $25 membership over and over and over again. The final piece that you must understand is how the BitLoCity Academy works in congruence with those packages. Okay. At the end of the day, you're going to have the ability that at every single level, every single package that you could make a contribution to get to, you're going to actually upgrade, and you're going to receive a specific course to educate you on how to monetize the crypto and blockchain world. Now, at our top two packages, okay, the 50,000 and 100,000, those are our VIP packages. And at those levels, there's going to be an incredible amount of added and extra value that you're going to be very excited about. As we start doing more and more webinars, we'll keep releasing more and more about what's going to be into those levels. So if you're so fortunate as to ever escalate to those levels, you're going to get incredible amounts of value as a VIP here with BitLoCity. Now, let's start from the beginning, and we'll walk through this quickly, and you'll understand how this entire super aggressive compensation plan all works together. So it starts with our infinity line system, our global infinity line, which is going to cover the first two positions, the $25 and the $50 levels. The global infinity line is one straight line system, just one straight line system, and it has nothing to do with who actually referred you to BitLoCity or how many people you referred or anything. You were literally entered into the global infinity line simply based off of a timestamp. Okay, if you get in at 12:01 a.m. and 1/4 of a second, you could drop here. And then someone else on the other side of the world doesn't speak the same language you do, don't have the same culture or customs that you do, but they're excited about BitLoCity as well. From the other side of the world, they join at 12:01 a.m. and 1/2 of a second, and they drop right behind you, and so on and so on and so on. Well, as this line begins to build, it gets really exciting for you. Remember, this is going to happen at the $25 level and the $50 level. I'm just showing you the $25 level here for illustrative purposes. So what's going to happen is you're in line, and these people are dropping in behind you with their $25 contributions. Well, two of those contributions are going to go to you. Okay, the first one will literally go to your wallet. That's going to go to your private Bitcoin wallet that you actually maintain. We're not touching it. It's going directly to your wallet. But the other $25 contribution is going to ultimately buy you a position at the rear of the line. So now you've entered back into the line with a fresh $25 contribution, which will then be sent forward to the next person that is supposed to receive the contribution. Think about this for a moment. You actually pop back into line. Right after you're doing that, though, other people are still dropping in from around the world, and other people are cycling back into the line as well with new $25 contributions. That means you have an opportunity to circle back around over and over and over and over again. Every single time that you do, you've earned another $25, but you've also come back into the line with a new $25 contribution instantly that allows you to complete this process again and again. By the way, again, this is just for the $25 line. It works exactly the same way for the $50 line. So one global straight line system, your position is only determined by timestamp, unlimited $25 and $50 contributions that you can receive. And oh, by the way, in case you noticed it, You don't have to recruit anyone to be able to earn in this global infinity line. This is a powerful, powerful way for people to go out and start building up a base of Bitcoin. And for a lot of people, these $25 and $50 payments, guess what? They can be the difference for them, especially with all the craziness happening in our world right now between whether or not they can have gas and groceries or not. So this is a great way for us to be able to help people no matter what level they are. And remember, even at the $25 and $50 levels, you have now also begun your BitLoCity educational program. So you're putting yourself in position to be prepared for the future and being prepared to move at the speed of success. Now, the second part of our compensation structure is our dual-sided maximum leverage plan. On the left, we've got our leverage builder unit level, and on the right, we've got our 1x3 speed matrix. Let me just go through this and give you some of the details about it so you understand exactly how these work, and then I'll show you how they actually work together on the dual-sided system to produce maximum leverage for you. So the leverage builder unit level is set up to be you with all of your personal referrals frontline to you. It doesn't matter whether it's one or whether it's 10,000 or a million, they're just all going to be straight across. I am going to show this to you graphically here in a moment. What I most want you to understand about this, though, is all of the contributions in your unit level are yours to keep. This is regardless of how large the contribution is or what package level you are when that contribution comes in. Does not matter. The only exception are your 3rd and 10th referrals. Those actual contributions will actually pass up to your sponsor. You should be excited about that because it also means that the contributions from all of your personal recruits, 3rd and 10th referrals, will pass up to you. So this is you, and you've actually gone out and let's say you've attracted at this point referred 10 people to the BitLoCity community. As you can see, in the 3rd and 10th, we've got it set up that they're actually going to pass up to your sponsor. All of the other ones are yours to keep no matter how big those contributions are. And remember, the exciting part about this is that all of your people, including your 3rd and 10th, by the way, they're going to be in position to have a 3rd and 10th as well. And all of those contributions will pass up to you. That is maximum leverage. By the way, after your second pass up, which happens with your 10th referral, you never have another pass up again. So whether you go out and get an 11th person or 10,000th person or whatever, you're never going to have another pass up again. All of those contributions will be 100% yours through infinity. So very, very exciting there. The unique speed matrix works a little bit differently. It's you with 3 open positions front line to you. First 2 are yours. 3rd one is actually going to be a pass up, but it also cycles you, giving you another speed matrix to work with. These are only going to happen from your $75 level up to the $100,000 VIP level. The reason why is because the first 2 levels, remember, the 25 and 50, are completely governed by our global infinity line. Now, the big difference here with the speed matrix is you can only receive contributions from levels that you have already purchased. That's a big deal, and that includes the pass-ups as well. If you want to receive pass-ups from all of your referrals matrices, you also have to make sure that you've already purchased these levels. Now, this is what a speed matrix looks like. You've got these 3 open positions. First 2 are yours. 3rd is a pass up, but that cycles you. And that's important to keep in mind. And again, I'm going to show you how that works here with an example here at the end. But what I do want you to understand is that if you decided that you wanted to actually get involved with our program, then it's simple. You join our community. You decide what level you want to start at right from the beginning. You might say you want to start in Amber. If you started at Amber, that would mean, again, you would have to go through and put in the contributions to get all of these levels: bronze, silver, gold, platinum, pearl, and amber. And remember, the first 2, those are global infinity line positions. But for gold, all the way up to our 2 top levels, our ambassador, our crown ambassador, our VIP levels, they're all going to be governed by the speed matrix system. So if you were Amber, you would ultimately have gotten a gold, a platinum, a pearl, and an amber matrix. You'd have all 4 of those matrices all working simultaneously as more and more people started joining through your organization and going through the gold level, platinum level, pearl level, or amber level. They would actually be entering into your matrices, and you would actually be compensated accordingly. Keep in mind, though, you do want to stay ahead of your team, because if somebody came in and got started at the ruby or sapphire level, you would not have a matrix to allow you to get paid at those levels. So that contribution would go upline to the next person qualified at those levels. Now, the leadership top recruiter pool, okay, this is the final piece, and I'm going to show you an example of how it all works together, and we'll wrap up. Leadership top recruiter pool was simple. We developed this to attract and reward the best industry leaders on the entire planet. So every single month, the top 10 recruiters in BitLoCity are going to split a pool of Bitcoin funded by every upgrade worldwide of $75 or higher, whether it's a part of their personal organization or not. Each organization doesn't matter, right? Each upgrade from $75 to $100,000, the levels will have a $10 profit and promotion fee deducted. Now, the reason why we're going to actually do that at $75 up to $100,000 is because remember the 25 and the 50, we're leaving that purely alone to fund those infinity lines. But starting at the $75 level, this $10 P&P fee will be deducted. $5 of that will fund research and development. It's going to fund support for the company and infrastructure and future promotions that we can run, especially for people that are getting to our VIP level. So we're excited about that. The other $5 will fund the leadership top recruiter pool. So $5 out of every upgrade is going to go into this pool. And the final piece I do want to point out to you, each time the pool is paid, the recruiter numbers are set back to zero. What does that mean? It means in January, somebody actually wins the top recruiter pool by going out there and actually recruiting 400 people. Awesome. You won. You're number one. However, on February 1st, if they recruit a person on February 1st, they only have one new recruit for the contest for that month. We set it back to zero so that every single month, everyone has an equal chance to be in the pool. It's not something that's just going to keep piling on where on February 1st, they recruit one, they got 401. You just started February 1st and you're already that far behind. Nope, we're going to reset it back to zero. So every single month, everybody has an equal chance to be in the pool. The pool is set up with this division of the pool. Number one is going to get 20% of the pool, 2 and 3, 15%. 4 through 6 are going to get 10% of the pool, and 7 through 10 will get 5% of this top recruiter pool. So imagine you have 1 month where there are 10,000 upgrades. Now, that's a small number, by the way. If you consider that we have 58,000 people that have already pre-registered, how many upgrades do you think are going to be in the first month when we actually launch out? A lot. But I'm just saying there's only 10,000 for ease of math. And at $5 per upgrade, that's $50,000 in that top recruiter pool. Well, $50,000 in the top recruiter pool, that means that these 7 through 10, they're going to pick up $2,500 bonuses each of Bitcoin. 4 through 6, they'll get $5,000 each. 2 and 3 will get $7,500 each. And the number one recruiter for that month would have gotten $10,000 extra in Bitcoin for that 1 month of production. Here's where this is exciting. Think about this for a moment. You've got the very top people now in the world, the very best recruiters in the world being attracted to BitLoCity because they can't get this anywhere else. Every other company they're a part of, they can only actually earn contributions based off of what happens on their own team. Here, if you're a top 10 recruiter, you'll be able to earn contributions based off of what's happening in the entire company around the world. So you come to this company and you're out there and you're driving the recruiting, you're creating the growth, which by the way, feeds the entire machine. That means more people are joining into the infinity lines. So the people that are there are actually getting more and more cycles around, which is ultimately increasing their Bitcoin accumulation. And it also drives people to be able to get to the middle levels as they start moving up, earning more and more contributions, learning more and more educational information about blockchain technology, and putting themselves in position to potentially be top recruiters themselves, and then perpetuating that cycle over and over again. Now that you have all of these elements, let me just show you how this works together, and then we're going to wrap up. Guys, let's say for a moment that you're at the emerald level. So you're going to have, again, your unilevel, and you're also going to have, in this case, we're going to show your emerald level speed matrix. Now, you're at this level, and all of a sudden, your people that you've actually referred, they're actually now starting to upgrade themselves to this emerald level. They want to be better leveraged into the community, and they also want to learn more at that emerald level. Well, this is what it's going to look like. This person, your first person, they decide they're going to put in their $2,000 contribution to come up to the emerald level. Remember, we're going to take that $10 profit and promotion fee, and then that's going to leave over $1,990 worth of Bitcoin. Our system will instantly split that 50%, 50% into the unilevel and the speed matrix systems. So 995 of Bitcoin here, 995 of Bitcoin there. Okay, this is what's going to happen for you. Okay, that first person actually going out and saying, hey, I'm upgrading now to the emerald level, that's going to put 995 over here, which 100% of that you're going to actually earn. So that Bitcoin is going to instantly be sent to your wallet. It's also going to put 995 here in the first position in your matrix. So that's also going to be sent instantly to your wallet. So the entire $1,990 is going to go to your Bitcoin wallet. So that's pretty exciting. Second person upgrade, same thing happens. 100% yours, 100% yours. But when the third person decides to upgrade, remember, it's a pass up here. We love pass ups because it means that we get pass ups from underneath, right? And it's a pass up here. So that's going to actually go up to your sponsor. But over here, when that happens, it's going to cycle you and it's going to give you a brand new matrix. This is what I meant by cycling. You now get a brand new emerald level matrix with 3 open positions so you can continue to grow. Fourth person upgrades. That's 100% yours here, 100% yours here. Fifth person, 100%, 100% you. But when the sixth person upgrades, look at this, you're going to get 100% here in the unilevel. But down here, it's your third position, your matrix again. That's going to go to your sponsor. It's going to cycle you, and you get to go through the whole process again and again. That is working, but at the same exact time, you also have your other matrices working, all happening at the same exact time, all being tracked by our system in real time with instant shots of Bitcoin coming into your wallet over and over and over again. This is why people are so excited, is because they know they're not even going to understand where it's all coming from. There's going to be $25 Infinity Line payments, $50 Infinity Line payments coming in. Then there's going to be these coming in from all of your different matrices, and at the same time coming in from your unilevel. It's going to be truly exciting, and that's why people are starting to call this the best Bitcoin accumulation model that has ever been designed. Remember, a community of people getting together to help educate each other, but also to help fund each other so we can be in position to take advantage of that tsunami of wealth that's going to happen with blockchain technology over the next 10 years. So something for the little guy, I think we accomplished that greatly with the $25 and $50 Infinity Line. Maximum leverage for the masses, we've done that with our dual-sided max leverage plan. And something for the leaders, we've got the best leadership attraction machine that I've ever seen. No one else in this space has ever done anything like this with this top recruiters pool, giving leaders the maximum type of leverage that they could ever get anywhere, making this their true destination if they truly want to accumulate Bitcoin. So how do you get started? Simple. Get back to the person who invited you to take a look at this webinar and ask them for the unique sign-up link. Right now, we're in this pre-launch period, which is awesome. If you think, look how far we've come and we're still in pre-launch. Imagine what we're going to be. We're improving day after day, week after week. And by the time we launch, this is going to be even better than what you've seen here today. Now, remember, once you actually get their unique link, you'll be able to sign up and secure a free position. Doesn't cost anything right now, but during our leadership pre-build, and you're going to be able to start to develop your own team. We're going to give you a temporary back office where you can actually start to build your own genealogy. Remember, the key word there is it's a temporary back office. People get it and they say, where's my commissions? Well, there's no commissions because everyone's actually getting pre-positioned for free right now. But when we're ready to launch, we're going to be able to hit a button. It will transfer that genealogy into our permanent back office with all the bells and whistles, and everything will be there at your fingertips, allowing you to go out and maximize your BitLoCity community opportunity. By the way, also join us on bitlocity.info. That's our corporate Telegram group, and that's going to allow you to stay in contact with what's happening here because things are happening very, very quickly. Now, once you've done that, this is the other step you should take if you haven't taken these steps before. Go secure your crypto wallet, one that accepts Bitcoin, because remember, that's the cryptocurrency you're going to be dealing in. All crypto wallets are not created equal. Some accept different forms of currency. So make sure yours accepts Bitcoin. We know a lot of people here seem to prefer the blockchain.com wallet. They say it works very simply. They can actually get started with it in just a matter of minutes, and they know that it accepts Bitcoin. So maybe that's one you want to look at. And if you're in a country where blockchain.com is not available, I also hear that Coinami is a great choice. And then fund your wallet. Fund it with enough Bitcoin to cover your desired starting position, including that $25 membership. So again, if you said, hey, I'm going to want to start at this platinum level, then you're going to need 25 plus 50 plus 75 plus 100 plus the $25 membership fee in your blockchain wallet, your Bitcoin wallet, so that when we say go, when we say we're ready to rock and roll, you are already perfectly positioned to just hit a couple of keystrokes, be in position before the masses, and start benefiting from what that means with regards to being there in the infinity line, and also moving through this and enjoying the incredible educational platform that we've put together for you. Listen, our goal is to allow everybody to eventually get to those VIP levels where they can enjoy that crown ambassador dream. We know that if that's truly what you want, if that's truly the opportunity that you're looking for, we're going to provide that for you here at BitLoCity. So as always, I appreciate your time, appreciate you being here. Hopefully you found this helpful. Get back to the person who invited you, and if you have any questions, I'll get them answered for you. Decide to get started with us, and I look forward to seeing you at the top in the VIP levels and seeing what you can get accomplished. Thanks for being here. Looking forward to seeing you. Looking forward to working with you in the near future. Have a great day.